Hi everybody, it's Laurie Blomer here with this week's card pull for spiritual reflection and spiritual inspiration. It is Sunday, September 10th, and the deck that I'm working with this week is the Rider-Waite Tarot. You'll have noticed if you've been following along since I started this in January, I go back to this one a lot. It's just a beautiful deck. It's one I'm really familiar with. It's got 78 cards. It runs the gamut of life experience and just offers a multitude of options for reflection. And I also like the Rider-Waite because it quote, doesn't judge, meaning each card is sort of neutral in its own right, which means that there are positives, so to speak, to it, and there are negatives, so to speak, to it. Just like anything in life, part of it is how I view my experience, how I choose to look at it, but it also is the fact that what might be a difficult situation for one person might be a really beneficial, positive situation for another. So I just really like the fact that it leaves me up to, and leaves you all up as you look at these cards, to how you want to interpret them and how that feels right for you. But I would encourage you to look at them through the lens of positivity. There's a lot of crap going on in this world, locally, worldwide. So this is a chance to say, what is the lens through which I would like to experience my life for my quality of life? Doesn't mean ignore realities that are in front of you, but I can choose to think about how I want to perceive them and how I want to respond to them. So that's why I call this spiritual reflection. Reflect, let me think about it, in other words. And inspiration, meaning what's the positive here? What can I do to advocate for myself in positive ways and my mental and emotional well-being, or physical or spiritual? So anyway, I've been talking and shuffling all the while, so I'm going to go ahead and pull a card or two here. Always, I'm shuffling with the intention of pulling cards for spiritual reflection, spiritual inspiration for both myself and anyone else who's watching this. And I'm going to share what pops out to me intuitively, what resonates with me, and I encourage you to do the same for your own life. So here it goes. One last pull. I'm going to see which card my thumb lands on. It's this one. It's the Queen of Swords. Can't remember if she's come up with you all before in my weekly card reading, but let me talk a bit about her. Radleigh Valentine, who's sort of a famous tarot card creator in his own right and famous psychic, calls her the garage sale queen. And I just love that. Swords is the suit of clear thinking. It is also of cognition, of attitude, if you will, and also of clear communication. And what he means, my understanding of what he means by calling her the garage sale queen, is that she is just wildly practical. She's also rather goal-oriented. She's a queen, so she's decisive. And you'll notice there's clouds here. It's either cloudy or it's not. The lower half is clouds, the upper half, there are no clouds at all. So she tends to think in things in sort of black and white and absolute terms. She's also very practical in that if she's has a goal in mind, she's going to be very clear with herself about what's either in the path of that goal and what is not. And she cleans house periodically, and cleaning house may be that that theme came up last week too, seems to me. Getting rid of things that don't serve me. As a matter of fact, that's right. Last week's cards talked about that. What do I need to dump because it doesn't represent where am I going? She's the one, however, who's also going to take a hard look in the mirror to say, okay, let me be honest with myself. And she's also the friend who's going to be really honest with you. So she can be a little blunt. She can be really funny, very dry sense of humor. She's also sometimes characterized as a single woman. Point being that she's very true to herself, her needs, and she's not going to compromise that or give up her own sense of integrity of what she needs or feels right for herself for anyone else. I mean, she's very no nonsense in that way. So again, think about the good friend who just tells you like it is, who's also very practical, and also again is focused on what she wants, and can make the hard decisions to clear out of the way those things that don't serve her. That could include stuff, it could include relationships, it could include all kinds of things. She's a leader. So I want to encourage you to look at this Queen of Swords here, to say, how can I be doing this in my life? Now, Swords is also about inspired ideas. We've got this little angel here. And it also tells me that just the idea of getting a crystal clear inspiration, a Shazam moment to do something, and to not hesitate. She's a quick thinker as well, and she tends to act on that guidance. So I just look at her that way. How can I be the Queen of Swords in my own life, where I need to be really honest about certain things, start getting focused, get things done, get rid of things that don't serve me, You know, drop those habits that are just getting in the way. Get rid of stuff that's just cluttering and getting in the way of obscuring my thoughts. I'd also think about her in terms of goal setting. I think of her as kind of a Capricorn. Others might debate that with me, but I always think of Capricorns as being goal-oriented and needing something to work for and work towards, and being able to make hard decisions as they work their way towards it. I don't know that she is a Capricorn, but that's she reminds me of. And also where I need to be that friend. I think about that as well, where I'm asked for my honest advice about things, give an honest perspective, and also articulating that clearly. Leave responsibility where it is if it's somebody else's life, but it might be you are called upon to play the Queen of Swords to somebody. There are a multitude of other things to think about. Again, here's what she looks like. Sitting up straight, she's got that sword. She's a badass. I like the Queen of Swords. So go be the Queen of Swords. Or allow someone to be the Queen of Swords to you this week and listen to them because they're pretty smart. Have a great, inspired week, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Oh, LaurieBlomer.com. Email LaurieBlomerPsychic@gmail.com. Would love to hear from you. Would love to work with you. Thanks again for watching.